Okay, so a quick entry war. This video is getting quite long, so I'm making the third update for the build, and it's 1 hour video. Don't be afraid, the actual update is only like 20 minutes. And the rest I have been asked a lot by many people to showcase different skills, and I pick 3 of the skills I have used, which are decent to play, and I showcase them in mapping and Uber bossing, so you can just see it if you are interested in that particular skill. It's not like mandatory to watch, just a gameplay footage overall. So there are 3 skills: Arc of Oscillating, Shock Nova of Procession, and ISP Splitting. There's a 4th skill you can use, which is called Spark of the Nova, but I cannot showcase it. So for the Spark of the Nova you need Acceleration Belt, that's for sure. So Acceleration Belt gives you proj speed, and for Spark of the Nova you need a lot of proj speed and proj duration, skill duration. Yeah, so I can't really showcase it, it's not working on my build, but it can work with the Acceleration Belt. Yeah, and the one more thing I think I forgot to show is my, I have used here faster casting. So that's making you move even faster with an extra faster casting and saves you a link. Yeah, so enjoy. Hello everyone, so this is time for our next update. This is like week 3, and there have been some significant improvements I have made to my character. I have been making some progress. I still didn't have any lucky drops, so I rolled the tree like 20 times for 100,000 blood. I got nothing. I got no mirror drop, so I'm quite unlucky. I'll show you my pilfering ring. We are sitting at 600 divines and 0 mirrors. And yeah, so there are a few things I have changed. I already showed the simplex. So this is Mage Blood. This all been in previous updates. Crafted items are more or less the same, so there's no difference here. One thing I have upgraded is my chest. So I had the exact same version with 52%, but my chaos resistance was low, so I got higher chaos resistance. You can't even find it on trade, but it was like a mirror value or something. So I have seen one for the mirror and it's no longer there, maybe it was bought. So chaos resistance is quite valuable if we get the high roll, and this is like the high roll. The second thing I did was the ring, and this ring craft was incredibly painful for me. Maybe I will include the graphics. So I was extremely unlucky. So I did the reflection 15 times, 15, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, 15. So just imagine the cost of reflecting mist. Let's see how much it's worth right now. Oh my god, it's almost 40 divines. Okay, so reflecting right now is almost unaffordable at this rate. So of course I didn't do it at 40 divines. It was like 10 divines when I started, and then it was like 20 divines, 25 divines. So it took me 15 attempts to get 3 positive. It's 1 out of 10 chance. So for amulet crafting, this is 1 out of 3 chance. So if you get 3-4 bases, you are more or less likely to get it. You're just not guaranteed a high roll. So this is like 2x roll, I believe. And this ring, well, it cost me a lot. So it took me 15 rolls, and overall I spent more than 800 divines on craft. And when I was doing the last attempt, I had nothing left. I emptied my stash completely. I sold divination cards. I sold fucking everything. I had 1 penny left, so I had no chance to annul any of this life or evasion. No, this was the last gambit, the last try, and I hit it. And not only we hit it, we hit the perfect roll. So this is 2.1 multiplier. Yeah. And here you can choose strength, you can choose maximum life, but I like strength more because we have a 50% increased suffix modifier and we have 20% quality, so we have 70% increased strength. So it's comparable to life, and also strength gives us some damage. You can do life as well. Yeah, but I like strength, and in theory it could also be used in the strength stacking and so on and so forth. Yeah. So I'm not sure how I will go about the second ring, but that's what we got. And this thing gave us a huge boost in power, of course. So yeah, this ring costs, let's see, maybe like this. So there was one on trade for like 4 mirrors. So I believe it's like 3-4 mirrors worth value, and with current reflecting mist, yeah, this is definitely more than a mirror worth. So we have this upgrade, which is almost a mirror, and we have this, which is like 3-4 mirrors. So our character is already getting somewhere, not a beggar as it was. And my final update, which I got today, I also sold quite a lot to get it. I just sold Sublime Vision. So Sublime Vision is a massive defense flare because it takes full and damage conversion to fire damage, and we have 90% fire resistance. So if I take off Mage Blood, I will still have 84% fire resistance, and even without Mage Blood I could cap my resistance to 90 with just 3 gems or 2 gems and a few passive points here. So that's something to consider. But the thing is, we have 90% all resistances, and we almost capped chaos resistance. And because of this, the defense flare got even better. So earlier today I did the Uber Elder, and I just stood AFK, and he couldn't kill me. So I could literally AFK in the build. So these are the 3 main upgrades. I am trying, so this is not something I definitely recommend right now, but I am trying the Full-Blown Blue Nightmare with Unholy Trinity support. So this thing covers all the penetration things, so you don't need to stack the penetration, the exposure, and the curses for the reduced resistance. So overall it's a little bit less damage. But the thing is, the support is one support which also gives you damage, 5% more damage, and at the same time it solves the resistance issue, so you are not concerned about enemy resistance. This one gives you 90% to ignore enemy resistance. Yeah, so this is a very interesting support, so it gives overall a high value for one support. Yeah, and you just need the Fullborn, which gives you conversion of your lightning damage to chaos damage. It also gives some DPS as well, so it's not like useless. And because of this conversion, we deal both lightning and chaos damage, and in just 1-2 seconds it will activate and will be fully filled. So you just need 2 damage types to activate this. We don't need physical. Yeah, and for this video, so the first part, which is now, I'm explaining some kind of theory, some kind of changes, and then I will put some kind of demos, maybe demo of mapping, demo of bossing, so we will see about that when I start editing the video. Another thing I did, I also added the Storm Shroud. So this is optional really, but this gives you full element immunity, elemental elements. Most elemental elements you don't care about, simply because we have Adric Armor, and this gives you immunity to freeze, and you can also get Temperature, which gives you immunity to shock. So freeze and shock are 2 of the most deadliest elements. Others are not as problematic, but still having full element immunity, so you cannot be sapped. Sapped is making your damage less, I believe like 10 and 20% less damage. So it's not a waste of jewel socket. Yeah, so you could put here a jewel which gives you 10% more DPS, but then you would be sapped usually in the map, and you do 10 or 20% less damage. Yeah, so I'm not talking about exact numbers, but you can think of it like that. There's also some annoying elements like Ignite. I believe Ignite can deal you kind of significant damage. I'm not sure, again, we don't have the exact numbers. So to make this jewel work, I have interesting tech here. Is we have Hypnotic Eye Jewel with fractured 50% chance to avoid being shocked. So you just need 2 of the jewels. They are not easy to craft, so I crafted them myself. Well, I was unlucky, I will show you. And I think this is the interesting part of the game. So we explore build, we explore different skills, we explore different methods of like making the build stronger and more viable. Yeah, so the thing I bought like 30 or 40, this one siege, just hypnotic highjewels with decent item level, and I rolled the alteration until I hit this. So 50% chance to avoid being shocked. And there are two reasons why you want to do this on jewels, because there are mods which disable flask, and there also is a possibility that you will switch from your mage blood to like the new belt. Yeah, so you want to be ready. And yeah, this is also like getting a little bit of cut on your DPS, because you can have here cast speed, but overall I believe it's worth it. And as you can see, I did a lot of attempts to fracture. There are like 4 here, and then I had some here. Yeah, so the thing is I hit only twice on like 11 attempts or 12. Yeah, so it was a pain to craft, yeah, but it's kind of worth it. So now we are fully immune to ailments, and we also have 9% resistances. And yeah, so the survivability actually went up, despite my health pool went quite a bit down. So I lost some of HP pool during all these procedures. And what else? So I got the Lethal Pride. These are not expensive. This is probably the best spot for Lethal Pride. You just get 2 double damage, and you kind of need this dexterity node to fill your. So for the greater chain you need 123. For Arctic armor you need 100. And Arctic armor is really no-brainer, because it gives you 20% less fire damage taken when stationary. You are always stationary when you are like fighting, like because you're always stationary when you're fighting. So this works always. And the thing is, 21% less damage taken is a massive. It's a really massive increase. If you run the Sublime Vision, if you convert damage to fire, not running Arctic armor is kind of silly, I believe. Yeah, and I also considering adding Tempest Shield, but to add Tempest Shield we need to do some extra work with life reservation. So you could either take 4 of these nodes, so 4 points, but I am thinking maybe to fracture life reservation efficiency on a ring and reflect it. So that could give 30% life reservation efficiency and not like waste 4 points. We'll see about that. Yeah, so these are about all of the updates. So next, let's discuss the skills. So there is quite a lot of interesting stuff to show. So yeah. Okay, yes. So I'm currently playing Arc of Oscillating. So I will explain how the skill works. So Arc is doing damage, and with each jump the damage lowers. So it doesn't increase with each jump. So 50% more damage with hits and elements for each remaining chain. It's not, the damage is not increasing for each. Like the first hit is doing massively more damage. So this skill, if you look at it, it has only 60% effectiveness. This is very, very small. But because it chains 7 times and we have greater chain support, which is basically +1 chain and chain 50% more times. So I'm not sure, maybe it chains like 8x 50%, so like 12 times. And for each of this chain, it's 50% more damage. So this 50% multiplies like 11 times. And that's why the skill is doing pretty insane damage. It's actually quite good for bossing as well. So Arc is just, yeah, it's one downside with the skill is that there are still a limit to how much hits it makes, how many chains it makes. It gets weaker with more chains. So for first 3-5 more monsters will get like massive damage, but the last few will not get massive damage. So if you can one-shot monsters with chain, with arc, it doesn't feel that great on mapping. So you cannot run with arc like 100% delirium maps, because monsters, they'll have like 50 times more HP than usual, and it doesn't feel good. So I am doing like 60% delirium, so it's alright. 80% already feels like a slog, it doesn't feel good. 40% feels easy, and without delirium, maps are too easy, like you just one shot, one tap everything. It's even boring. So I don't like delirium because it drops FPS. I don't like delirium because it looks like shit. So the entire screen looks like shit. It's also makes the visibility quite bad on the ground. But otherwise, delirium is good because it gives you more loot. It gives you some delirium specific loot, which is divination cards for Eldritch Chaos, refracting fog, which doesn't cost much, but I got like 20 of those anyway. Yeah, so, and delirium I think makes the monsters run faster at you, so they come at you, and the pack size may be increased a bit. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, so Arc of Oscillating is one of the skills you can use. Spellblade, Greater Spell Echo, Arcane Surge, Greater Chain, Unholy Trinity. If you want to use Spark of the Nova, so this skill is a problem. It costs a lot. I don't know why, but it costs like 3 divines for uncorrupted, and you want to corrupt basically a pinpoint on it, which is extremely expensive to buy. Yeah, but so there are a few problems with projectile skill. So this is a projectile skill. You see, the thing is, it's too slow. So to play this arc, to play the Spark Nova, can I change this? Yeah, sure. So something like this, or maybe even something like, I'm not going to change the socket color anyway. Yeah, so you see the proj speed is making the skill a lot better. So realistically, to play the arc, you need the proj speed gloves, you need maybe acceleration belt, maybe a ghoul to even more proj speed, and you also maybe want to take some clusters with proj speed. Also maybe get some pierce, stuff like that. And yeah, so it's possible to make Spark of the Nova work, but you need a lot of investment. So these gloves are very expensive to craft. I actually ruined a pair which cost like 200 or 300 divines. So I crafted the pair which had perfect suffix, and then I just filled the prefixes and I had to annul, and the annul fucked me over. So unfortunately, I had 90% crit multi, 25 faster cast. So this crafting is very expensive, very unforgiving, and very much dependent on luck. So you need to hit 1 of 2, 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2, and then you need to hit 1 out of 6. And if you don't hit them repeatedly, you're not going to craft this item. So maybe it's easier to mirror it if you have a mirror. But otherwise, yeah, you kind of need these gloves for the projectile skills. Otherwise, you need some kind of a proj speed from like belt of acceleration or something like that. So another skill you could use is Ice Spear Splitting. Let me show you first. This is how Ice Spear. This is a normal Ice Spear. Yeah, so it's very, very slow. So you got to run to the monster, and then you got to wait till the Ice Spear reaches it. Until it reaches the monster, till it collides with an enemy, it doesn't explode. When it collides, it explodes and it just kills all the screen. Maybe it may even kill the monsters off the screen, which is why I like the skill. But let's put the Ice Spear here. Spellblade is a must. Maybe Unholy Trinity instead. Oh, okay, I can put it anyway. So let's say Arcane Surge. Yeah, you see, it feels already much better. So with some additional investment in proj speed, yeah, it's possible to use the skill and to play like breaches, mapping. So you just hit everywhere and it shotguns the screen. So this is another option. So Spark of the Nova is a high investment. This is a medium. Also on Ice Spear you kind of want returning projectiles. I think that's the best one. For Spark of the Nova you want the pinpoint. I guess you gotta grab them because well, return projectiles is getting cheaper. Yeah, so this is possible to buy. Let's check how much it costs. So this is a 3 divine jewel. It's crazy price, and yes, $95 divines. So it was like 200 divines yesterday, but yeah, the price is dropping. But still, I wouldn't pay 100 divines for a gem. That's like too much. Maybe 30 is alright. 40. Yeah, but this one costs 3 divines uncorrupted, so it's kind of understandable. I'm not sure if it's worth the investment of 100 divines in a gem, and then you need gloves for a mirror, and then you need some extra investment, and for all of this investment you lose something. So there's always a trade-off. You gain something, you lose something. You gain something, you lose something. Nothing is perfect ever. Yeah, so that's the thing. Just make the build upgrade. Okay, guys. And the final skill is Shock Nova of Procession. This skill you know, this is the one I have shown in the initial videos. Same, you can use Unholy Trinity instead of Lightning Penetration. It's not a big difference either way. The skill has some problems with clearing because it's not only one directional, but the thing is the monsters spawn constantly, so you are like stuck in place. You have to wait for them like to die, to kill, to wait for them to swarm. Or you have to run around and basically wait for the monsters to get in a crowd. Yeah, it's kind of lame. So these are main skills, and ideally I would like to showcase all of them like in mapping, like doing 1-2 maps each skill, and then maybe bossing, like doing 1 or 2 bosses. We apply 60% delirium to make it a little bit harder. Without delirium it's a bit boring. That sucks. Really? That sucks. I'm not sure. I'm trying every MTX and it just looks like shit. Why does it look so shit? And this feels like low quality stuff. The sound is quite nice. Doesn't sound annoying, but the visuals are like horrible. Maybe it's worse under the area. That's okay. I'm playing them every time. That's it. That's it.
Everything's going extremely well. You're the brain of the central nervous system.
High energy protons spilling over into our atmosphere.
I can with delirium. I can't see shit, to be honest. I'm not sure what's going on.
High energy photons spilling over into our atmosphere.
Okay, that's a bit too my hand.
High energy photons spilling over into our atmosphere.
Еще 11. Wave peaks suck so much in the game, and it sucks. So monsters here have 150% more life, and they have 159% chance to suppress. So they take half of the damage, spell damage, and then they have 3 times more life, and then it's 6% delirium. So they are effectively like 20 times tankier than normal boss. Yeah. Hello everyone, so for this demonstration we'll be trying bosses with different skills. We have 3 skills: Arc, Shock Nova and Ice Spear. So I'll begin with Arc and then I'll swap. So for demonstration purposes I have the Feared. We have 4 bosses here. Let's see which I need right now. Yeah, I just need Uber. little good. And I can see shit as well. That's a bit of a problem. So one problem with iceberg is that you can pick projectile fire in different directions, and this makes it not very pleasant to play. That's what I did. It's possible to pass, but it's not very comfortable to play. So about 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. So we have this transfer with sharpening procession. Let's see how it works. Чё, где она?